What's going on, guys? Yesenia and Dallas. I see you both watching. Thank you for visiting. Let's see. Change something really quick. Guys, I'm just editing something really quick. Alrighty. Let's see. All right. How are you doing, Yesenia? Alrighty. So, welcome to my YouTube. I am Eric the Disney Guy. I just wanted to create this to help anybody who wants to visit Disney World or Disneyland, or I'm going to do reviews on WandaVision, reviews on Falcon and Winter Soldier, kind of do some theories. I do follow a lot of people who do fan theories, and they're just interesting. They're interesting to me. They're interesting to listen. I hear other people talking about theories they may have, and it sparks interest in some theories I have. But first, a little bit about me. So I am currently a cast member with Disney, the Disney company. I've been to Disney World about 20 times. I know it's a lot for some people, but it's not a lot for others. I've talked to many guests who come in the store, and they've been a ton more than I have. And I think it's awesome. I think everybody should visit Disney World at least once in their lifetime. And if you haven't, I want to be able to give you tips and tricks and anything I can to help you get there. So that's kind of what this YouTube's about. Again, I am a cast member currently. I've been a cast member for about a year. When I started as a cast member, I was told in my training that about 10% of the people I come in contact with will actually ever be able to visit the Disney parks. And in my perspective, I think that is so low. That is very low. And ever since then, I've tried to make sure that everybody has a great Disney experience, whether it's in store or if I can help them get to the parks or anything like that. That's been my goal. So that's a little bit about me. The thumbnail, I do have a daughter. My daughter is going to be 4 years old. We are just getting back from Disney World. We came back in, I guess not just getting back, but recently getting back from Disney World. We went in January, and it was amazing. It was amazing. The precautions they have for COVID are amazing. Everybody is forced to wear a mask. And I know it's forced. It sounds, not great, but you're not forced to wear it, but there are people making sure that you're wearing it properly. That way, anybody who wants to go will feel safe. And that's the best way to do it. But I get questions all the time in the store. How safe did you feel? Honestly, there's hand sanitizer dispensers everywhere. There are people walking around ensuring everybody's wearing their face mask properly. There are separation lines in the line to get on rides. I mean, it is the safest thing that I can imagine you doing while being outside your house. You can go to a grocery store, people don't wear their face mask properly. You never know who's sanitizing their hands. It's not readily available like it is at the parks. So for anybody asking questions about the parks, anything like that, question one, I 100% felt safe, and I 100% will be taking my daughter back and my family back before COVID restrictions are lifted. I am going back in April. Yes, Yesenia, you do have to keep people safe, and hopefully COVID is done soon. I know Disney has said multiple times that they're looking to do away with the masks in 2022. It's all dependent on the CDC and stuff like that, but they are already starting groundwork to get the masks requirements removed in 2022. They didn't say when in 2022, but they did say that it was a goal. It was a goal of theirs. So if they feel inclined to come without a mask, they can. If you would still like to wear your mask, you're more than welcome to. They did remove their policy of no masks in the parks. I mean, that was a big thing they had. They wanted to make sure everybody was able to see everybody's face with security and everything like that. But they did remove that because of COVID, which they had to do in order to open up. Thank you, Mr. Dallas. Long time no see, sir. I'm happy you're watching. Yeah, if you guys have any questions about the parks, please let me know, and I'd be happy to answer. But yeah, there are a lot of new things going on at Disney World. I guess not so much new, but more so of changing the way they do things with in reference to parades. They no longer have parades, but they more have cavalcades. Cavalcades are a smaller parade, just with a couple characters, maybe 2 floats. They do still have the dancers with the cavalcades for the most part. Sometimes they're in cars. We were at Magic Kingdom, and there was a cavalcade with all the princesses. So it was one big float that had all the princesses, and Merida was riding a horse. There was also another cavalcade that came through with Mickey and his friends. It's Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Donald, and Daisy, and they had a bunch of their dancers there. It was really cool to see my daughter's face when those came. It's very magical there. In reference to Galaxy's Edge, they do have a system that you enter before you even go to the park. I'll get into more information. I am going to post a video about Hollywood Studios and Galaxy's Edge, but there is a virtual queue that you enter, and you enter it before you go to the park. But that allows you to get on Rise of the Resistance, which, if you've never heard of this ride, this is the best ride, bar none. Probably, I would say, in the world. I mean, it is amazing. It is trackless. It is very smooth for the most part. There are some times when there's some hiccups in it, but it was an amazing, amazing ride, and I would recommend it to anybody wanting to go to Disney World and Hollywood Studios. Splash Mountain will be changing soon to Tiana. It's going to have a Tiana overlay. It's going to be a brand new overlay for the ride because Splash Mountain will be going down very soon. They haven't said exactly when, but I can only imagine it's going to be very soon. Probably once they're able to insert new rides with Ratatouille. Tron is kind of set back now for financial reasons, which I totally understand. With 25% capacity, Disney is not making near where they used to make, and it's understandable. Everybody wants to ride Tron, the new roller coaster they have in Magic Kingdom, but hopefully 2022 maybe it'll start to be open. But there's a lot of cool stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff in Disney, and yeah, I mean, it was an amazing trip. Epcot, a lot of fun. It is going through the most construction currently. They're putting in new rides. They're putting in new buildings, new shows, new everything. It feels like, but they do still have Test Track, and they have Frozen Ever After, and they have some cool cavalcades as well. Soarin', Finding Seas with Nemo, and stuff like that, which is all fun for little ones. Test Track and Soarin', probably two better ones for adults. And Animal Kingdom. Oh my goodness. Animal Kingdom is really cool. There aren't a lot of things to do at Animal Kingdom right now with the COVID restrictions, but Pandora was very, very nice as always. They do have the Flight of Passage and the Navi River Journey, and they're both great rides. This was the first time I was able to get on the Flight of Passage in around 10 minutes. So that was awesome. There's just so much there. There's so much there, and there's so much that I want to tell y'all. There's so much that I have planned for videos. I'm also going to be doing some giveaways. Once we get to 100 subscribers, once I get to 100 subscribers on this channel, I will be giving away a couple of pins. I know it's not big, but they are limited edition pins. I do have, yes, the Avatar ride was amazing. I do have some limited edition. I have a Oogie Boogie Bash from 2019. I have a limited edition. And I don't even know what this one is. It is from 2017. It's a limited edition. It looks like a holiday pin. It has Mickey Mouse. I also have some Indiana Jones pins. These will all be giveaways once we reach 100 subscribers. But again, guys, this is just day one, and I'm really excited. I love Disney. If you ask any of my family, they could probably tell you I've been about Disney ever since I was about 4 years old. I mean, it's been crazy ever since the first time I went to the parks. It was a love and a passion that I've always had. I remember getting off of the backlot tour and seeing the Ninja Turtles live. They had a Ninja Turtles show at Disney. I also remember the Hunchback of Notre Dame show. It's just something I've always wanted to be a part of, and thankfully I'm blessed to be a part of Disney currently, and I hope that continues to go on for as long as I can. I mean, it's just a great company. It's a great company to work for, to work with, just to be a part of. It's been amazing. I'm sure my sister, once she's on here, she'll tell you all these crazy things about me, but I always dreamed of working for Disney and being friends with Aladdin. That was my passion as a kid. I know now I'm older and I look nothing like Aladdin anymore. But it's just a passion. Thank you, Mr. Dallas. Thank you. Yes, sir. I am working for Disney. I work at the Disney store in Round Rock, Texas. I've been there for about a year. It's a great company. Just meeting new people, seeing smiles on kids' faces. Everything has changed because of COVID, but it's still the same atmosphere. I can't give stickers to kids anymore because of COVID. I can't give pins to kids on their birthday because of COVID, and all that is very magical for kids. I mean, you see a little one walking in, and I'll use my daughter as reference, but you see a little one walking in, and you say, hi, princess, or hi, superhero, hi, young Avenger, stuff like that, and the smile on these kids' faces is amazing. Yes, there are some shy kids, and there are stuff like that. But once you make that interaction with them, man, that feeling you get is amazing. It is one of the best feelings I can imagine, honestly, with outside of family feelings and stuff like that. But that has gone away a little bit because of COVID. And so multiple reasons why I'm doing this, but one of the reasons why I'm doing this is I always have parents asking questions in the store. Hey, do you have any information about Disney, the parks? And there are a lot of people I work with that have never been to a park. And so they turn them away. And I do my best to, if I hear it, give them any information that I can. Um, and that's been my goal ever since I worked with Disney. Yes, I will happily catch you up, Mr. Dallas. Um, you can always reach out to me on here, message me on Facebook. I will happily answer anybody's questions. I have no issues. I want to help as many people as I can get to those parks. But yeah, it's just an amazing company to work for. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, I know there's not a lot of people watching right now, but you may have a question and somebody watching later could, have the same question. I'm answering it now. But yeah. It is great though. Just for all the parents who possibly could be watching this, there's nothing like taking your kids to Disney World for the first time and them seeing the castle for the first time. The look on my daughter's face was priceless. I mean, she probably asked me a million times, "Is that where Cinderella lives?" And every time I was like, "Yeah, that's Cinderella's castle," and just her face. I mean, even now, we took my daughter to Disneyland when she was about a year old. And I hear parents all the time say, "Oh, they'll never remember it. It's not worth the money." But I will tell you, my daughter probably remembers the first time we went to Disneyland, which was her first Disney park ever. Probably more than she remembers the Disney World trips. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I try and tell parents all the time, like, I don't think that way because my daughter remembers everything. She remembers Sleeping Beauty's castle. And now whenever we see Cinderella's castle, she's like, "No, that's Cinderella's. That's not Sleeping Beauty's," which is amazing. Because she was so young. She was so young. But in my opinion, it just means she had a really good time, even at that young age. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just giving her so much Disney that she can't forget it. That could be something too. But yeah, I mean, that's never been to Disney World, but I hear great things. Been to Disneyland in California though, and even as an adult, I enjoyed it. Oh man, I enjoy Disneyland so much. The good thing about Disneyland is you can make a weekend trip. It doesn't have to be a week trip. Epcot Center. Yes, I will get to Epcot Center. Mr. Dallas is asking, can you tell us about Epcot Center? Epcot Center is awesome. Dallas, for adults, Test Track is an amazing ride. Pre-COVID, you were able to build and design a car, and throughout the whole ride, you are testing the car you built. It is an amazing concept, and now you have Magic Band. So the car stays on your Magic Band, which is how the sensors know that it's your car that you're testing. And it tells you, hey, the braking wasn't great. Your speed was great, but you have, there's some errors on your car, which is making your car not as fast as it could be. And it is awesome. They are coming out with the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, which will probably beat Rise of the Resistance in best ride in the world. From what I'm hearing, I follow a lot of people on YouTube, Disney vloggers. Kyle Palo is a great Disney vlogger, and he has a lot of stuff in the parks. And he does daily vlogs again. He does things throughout Orlando. I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, I live in Texas. So I'm giving you everything I can from the perspective of going to the parks from Texas. But there's Frozen Ever After. If you have little ones that love Frozen, or even adults who love Frozen, Frozen Ever After is amazing. And my daughter will probably tell you that's her favorite ride. She is scared of Marshmallow. Marshmallow is in the ride, and he does shoot out fog, which is kind of scary for some kids, but she loves that ride. Frozen Ever After. Soarin'. Soarin' is a pretty cool hang gliding ride. Um, Obviously, you're not hang gliding; you're in a simulator, but it is really cool how you go around the world in this hang glider, and just looking into it, how they filmed for this ride is amazing. It is truly amazing. Soarin', great ride. Finding Seas with Nemo, very good ride for the kids. It's a great rest ride. In Epcot, you can visit different countries while walking around the international gateway. You visit different countries. There's Mexico, there's Norway, there's Morocco, there's China, there's Japan, there's France, there's London. So many cool countries. A lot of adults like to drink around the world. And basically what that is getting a drink at every country you visit. Currently right now, I believe there's a festival going on where there's more countries in Epcot that have different variety of foods, drinks, things from their countries. Really, really cool. I would recommend Epcot for anybody looking to go to Disney World, just for that reason. Rides, there's not many rides currently at Epcot. They are very good rides, the ones that are there. They're very good rest rides. Again, rest rides are great for adults. They're great for kids. These little rides where the little ones can just fall asleep on a quick ride, and it's a great power nap, but it also keeps them from being too fussy while they're in the parks. And that is something I would recommend for all young parents as well. But also drinking around the world for young parents, that will save you. Just as long as you don't have to drive. If you have to drive, that might not be great. But if you're staying on property in a resort there, you don't have to worry about driving because there is transportation to and from parks every day from your resort. So that's a great thing. That's pretty much all of Epcot Center. I know there's a lot of stuff that I could be getting into, that I will get into more Epcot Center when I make my video about Epcot, which should be coming out, I'm hoping, by Saturday. I'm going to get into the Magic Kingdom. My Magic Kingdom video will come out on Thursday. Epcot Saturday. Monday will be Animal Kingdom. And Wednesday will be Hollywood Studios. And then Friday will be Disney Springs. Disney Springs is amazing. For anybody wondering, Disney Springs is amazing. Yesenia asked, when you go to Disney World, do they have to take your temperature? It's a really cool thing at Disney World. They don't have to take your temperature. Like they don't scan you. Let me take that back. They actually did scan me. There's another park that they don't scan you. Yes, so everybody has to get their temperature taken before entering the parks. And if you are at 100.4, I believe that's still the temperature. It could have changed, but I don't think it has yet. If you're at 100.4, they move you off to the side and they let you relax in like an air-conditioned area, and they test you again temperature wise to see if your temperature's gone down. If you stay above 100.4, they will not allow you in the park. So they test 2 or 3 times just to make sure, hey, you might just be really hot outside. Let's let you cool off a little bit and we'll test your temperature again. As soon as you drop below 100.4, they let you in. They do a really good job of this. I personally didn't see anybody who got moved to the side for temperature checks. So, and I mean, Yesenia, you know how I am at the parks. I'm everywhere. So I didn't see anybody get not let in because of the temperature. And I don't think they don't want to do that, guys. They really don't want to tell you can't go in there. They want everybody to be able to go in there, but they do have to follow their job. That is one thing I will say. I did overhear a lot of people getting upset with the cast members there because they were enforcing the policies, which I understand. Like, I don't want to wear the mask either, but I have to. It is not so much for my safety. It's for everybody around me, just in case I caught it on the way there or whatever. It is, yeah, I get it, but they're just trying to do their job. So, that's a hard thing. But yeah. I'm going to go ahead and end the live broadcast now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I answered some of your questions. I try to do it to the best of my ability. Mr. Dallas, Missy Sinya, thank y'all for viewing, tuning in. Again, I will be doing some giveaways. I have a lot of things planned. We just have to get to a certain mark. The first one is the 100 subscribers. I will be giving away some pins, some trading pins. They're really big at the parks. I do have plans to give away Funko Pops at 500 subscribers. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I hope y'all have a great evening. And I look forward to making these videos, and I look forward to answering questions, anything y'all may have. Again, y'all have a great evening, and it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'll see you then.